So it's been almost a week into the next week. Well, yeah, it's Sunday right now. Yeah, it's almost been about a week of season the Splicer. I haven't bought the season yet because you know, I didn't get the or whatever the Beyond Light edition that gives you all the season passes. I usually just like to buy it to see if I buy it if I think there's anything interesting in it. Bought Season Hunt just for Hawk Moon. I bought Season the Chosen for the mainly because of the weapon perks and and then Dead Man's Tale was a bonus. For this season, it's funny because again I bought the other two seasons because of the weapons and I didn't give a shit about the story. Now it's kind of the opposite where I'm more interested in the story than the weapons. Like don't get me wrong, some of these perks are cool and all, but I'm really interested in the story, honestly. That's probably the best part about this season. But in terms of content, like everyone, like I said, in my other video, everyone's like, "Oh my God, put me at the mouth with, oh, look at all this shit." And as per usual, it's literally a season. It's not a expansion. So again, we're gonna have to play the hell out of a single event or a single matchmade activity. It's 6 man now, so I mean that's something. But yeah, it's probably just gonna be like this for the next 100 days, where we get a seasonal quest or seasonal thing to go do the override thing. Then we get like another seasonal story mission, get a little like line between a couple characters, and that's it. Um, which again, I don't necessarily like. I think the story is interesting. That's not bad, but the main point is again override. Override is literally contact, but now you have an invasion portal, and contact is basically Gambit. So you're literally just playing Gambit, but it's a 6 man, and it's cooperative, right? And it's against the Vex. And again, I played it once, and I felt like I played it 1,000 times because obviously we've all played variants of Gambit at this point, right? With the laurels and crap. So that's like my main gripe is that the seasonal combat loop for just every season just unfun. This unfortunately does not break the cycle. That's why I wasn't like foaming at the mouth ready to throw $10 at the screen. Also, another thing too is again the raids. Like there's some changes that they didn't list in the raids, like the first secret chest and deep stone crypt not giving 10 spoilers, which is just stupid because I just don't see why it wouldn't. Like all it does is just help solo players get really good tools that they otherwise couldn't, especially if some of them don't like to do LGs, which I understand. I'm fortunate enough to have a clan that like raids enough where I got everything I ever wanted out of the kiosk plus more. So I don't have to worry about anarchy. Um, but still, like I just don't see why they change it. Like I don't like who does it hurt? Like who is it hurting by that? Johnny over here gets 10 spoils, which again, 8 weeks if you have 3 characters. Um, Now them adding more enemies, I don't mind. Like I guess they might want to make it more of a encounter, quote unquote, outside of just spare rank paths, everything. Cool, I guess, whatever. Um, it's slightly harder now, but once you memorize the rod hasn't changed basically. It's more enemies, and the chest isn't giving any spoils. So that kind of blows. But yeah, that's this season really is like not really that appealing. Like the new sidearm, Bungie. People said no more, please no stasis, and then they gave you a stasis gun. New stasis fragments too are fucking busted as shit. So that's cool. I'm not touching Crucible ever again. Well, I never was, especially when stasis came out. But yeah, there's like you know what I mean? There's nothing really compelling. Oh, transmog. So transmog, it's pretty annoying to do. Very like I would say scummy, but it's a business model, right? Now see, I'm fortunate enough where I made my hunter look the way I like it without using the Eververse ornaments I had. And then my other 2 characters, like I only have like one, like kind of like with my armor, I only have like a couple sets of armor. I only have really one look for my other characters. So the free transmog stuff they gave you was enough for me. And I already have some of the synth whatever built up, so if I ever needed to make another ornament, I can. But that doesn't mean this system's good. It's fucking retarded. It is tedious, unnecessary, makes you go through all these steps for fucking nothing. I recommend taking, if you're gonna pick up a bounty, take the strike one. Because I heard from a friend that the planetary ones make you do like 10 public events, where the strike ones, like for me, was like, get 200 arc kills and do 4 strikes, which is easy as shit, right? Um, so I'd recommend doing the strike ones. If you're PvP oriented, obviously take the Crucible one, but I wouldn't take the World one because again, just doing 10 public events, waiting around for 10 public events, just seems fucking annoying. So yeah, transmog system's pretty bad. It's obvious. It's like with Warframe where where there's like that quote unquote vibe balance of too punishing to grind, and like, basically your time is money, right? Like how much we're gonna make it just bearable enough where you could do it, but make it grindy as possible, so it's really annoying. You're more compelled not to do it. And yeah, that's what transmog is. It's unfortunate. Now I understand this has no gameplay effect. That's why it's whatever. That's why I'm not as annoyed, but I understand a lot of people who are into fashion and other shit are fucking pissed off that they have to go through all these hoops just to, swap. Well, basically, go through all these hoops because in a lot of other games are just like, this is just a basic feature. Like Division 2 has a lot of problems, but transmog is basic. You just dismantle a gear and you make it look like anything else. A lot of other RPG games, transmog is like not as annoying as this. So that's great. Um, that's pretty much it. Oh, also, the new exotics seem really cool. The Star Eater scales, obviously everyone's talking about that one. Burning Step's pretty good too, and then the Boots of the Assembler, all pretty cool. That's nice. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, also yeah, the new Lost Sectors, dude. I swear to God, man, I legit want to I want to see whoever makes these Lost Sectors, and I want to see them do this shit flawless, dude. I don't understand Scavenger's Den on Master is so fucking annoying because they replace so the reason why Major Spec works on champions, if you didn't know, is that they replace the major, like the major captain and the major knight, with the champion variant, right? That's why Major Spec works. So the issue is with the Scavenger's Den, there is a invisible cloak like Marauder or Vandal or whatever, the one that has a Scorch Cannon. He becomes an overload. That's annoying, but it's manageable, right? You have a Lament. I recommend using like Lament, Lucent Blade, even though it's been nerfed. Scavenger's Den has a Solar Burn like plus, so it's like 50% more damage. So it kind of undoes the nerf plus on top of Lucent Blade. But that's not the problem. The real annoying problem with Scavenger's Den is the final room, cause again, I do not understand who the fuck thinks it's a smart idea to put an overload and a barrier next to each other. And now it's not just one barrier champion, it's two. Do you know how annoying it is to fight two barrier champions with fucking overload, making like they literally quite literally make almost everything. I'm pretty sure they make everything in that room immune except for like the two wretches in front of you. It's fucking retarded, and I hate the champion systems. They're not fun to fight against. They don't make the game unique and dynamic. They are quite literally a mod you need to put on your arm piece. There's and again they're so one dimensional because all you do for a champion is they do a thing. I shoot them. They stop doing a thing, and then I kill them. It's not really complicated. There's no intricate, let me think about this. No, overload. Stun him, burn him down. Barrier. Hit him, put up the barrier, pop the barrier, he gets stunned, burn him down. Unstoppable. Aim weapon. Have unstoppable rounds, shoot him, burn him down. It's not fun or engaging. It's like difficulty, again, artificial difficulty, because I cannot again, it really hurts now that we don't have overload bows because holy shit, dude, dealing with one's fucking overload champions right now it's fucking annoying, and I hate overloads the worst. Like barriers are annoying. Barrier servitors should not have the barrier servitors are basically overloads, right? But they can also do the barrier thing because they always have their immunity thing up, and that's fucking stupid, dude. That is stupid. Um, but yeah, like just overloads. Like what do we have right now? Like overload hand cannon and overload. I don't even remember. Yeah, Overload can SMG. Like, fucking, for the love of God, when an Overload can quite literally two burst you in an instant and teleport around like a crackhead, the last thing I want to do is have to do sustained fire on them so I can proc the Overload round. Now, yes, I know you can just start firing and have the Overload round ready for that time and then shoot them, but that's just like wasting ammo, and it's just it's it should be like Unstoppable, where you have the gun ready and the overload rounds ready, or so. I don't fucking know. Like make it have special. I just overload rounds need to be better on guns that can't just proc it instantly. It's fucking ridiculous. Thorn's really good with overload because it's like Le Monarch with the poison will still tick and I'll still stun them. I think. I don't know. Like I say that because I was using Necrotic Grip Thorn on my Warlock when I was doing the Legend one, and it wasn't that bad to stun overload. But again, it's Legend, so killing champions are reasonable, and it's almost like light levels complete bullshit because the moment you put that number 30 higher, that lost sector becomes near fucking impossible, right? Anyways, so Thorn works out great. Shit, I forgot what was the other overload? Overload SMG. Teraba. I don't know if again it's not really. It's like it's a rare weapon, I guess, because you have to like raid enough to get spoils. But if you have it, it's actually not that bad for overloads, especially on the lower levels. Even like that's what I'm saying. That's what I hate about light levels, because Teraba was shredding the overloads on Legend, but the moment I went up to Master, it's like it took even with Ravenous Beast, it wasn't killing them fast enough. And I hate Overload too, because I cannot stress to you, like you keep shooting them, they just don't care. They'll start teleporting again and doing whatever the fuck they want, regenerating all their health. Like I don't understand why Overloads are just so fucking annoying, dude. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I almost feel like Stasis is mandatory dealing with these fucking fags, dude. Oh my god, I fucking holy shit. I cannot tell you how many times I've died because it says champion stun, shoots at him, burns him down, not enough damage, switch back to my overload weapon, have to wait for overload rounds to proc. By that time, I already got him and starts teleporting around. It's like, that's just great. That's fucking great. I like wasting my fucking time, Bungie. That's fucking, what a great, God, champions are so great, dude. Um, but yeah, that's it. Also, I got a pretty cool frozen over sniper. I mean, it's random, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, also bugs. Yes, of course there's bugs. There's always bugs, right? Fucking AAA studio, am I right? Uh, So supposedly, I don't know if it's been patched now because it does say it now, but this doesn't give pinnacle gear. Oh, Exo Challenge doesn't give pinnacle gear. Uh, Presage doesn't get pinnacle gear. Now they said Presage they're gonna fix whenever the hell that mean, like whenever. They say they know it's an issue basically. I don't know when it's gonna fix. Hopefully soon. Um, the light level cap is so masters are now 1340, legends are 1300 or I think they're 1310. Yeah, this is 1340. Where was the legend? I think it was on the Cosmic Drone. Yeah, 1310. So I think the soft cap is 1320. Like I gotta, because I gotta think backwards, right? Last season it was 1300 as a soft cap. Um, and then 1310 was like the hard cap, and then anything past 1310 you'd have to use your artifact. So I'm assuming the soft cap is going to be 1320, or I don't know, because I'm getting blues that are dropping at 1310. So yeah, I'm gonna say soft cap is 1320, hard cap was 13. Cause how much? Cause I'm trying to think. Like the highest I saw someone last season was like 13 something, but Grandmaster stops with 1325. 1325 to 25 higher. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's either 1310 soft cap or 1320 is, yeah, I'm gonna say this: 1310 soft cap, 1320 is hard cap, and then anything else beyond that is artifact base. Which it is less than last time. It's not 50 levels. It is what, 30 levels. But again, this all goes back to pinnacle grinding, which means back into here, do your strikes. This is one, this would be two, this isn't available yet. Also, I did see another great thing. They said, make Grandmasters available like a lot earlier in the season, because I think by the time Grandmasters come out, like the season's like halfway over, like not half. Well, this, what is it, like May, June? It's like, the it's actually looking not halfway over, but make these like come out earlier, I guess. Like I don't see the problem with that. Um, like I don't know if this is gonna be Pinnacle. This is supposed to be Pinnacle. Empire Hunt's Pinnacle. So like you have your Pinnacle grind again. Like it's still the usual suspect, right? You're still doing the same shit. Um, so it's like, yeah, it's less power leveling, but I'm still doing the same shit. Um, I really think the light level system. I think they need to revamp the fucking because division stopped the gear score. They just went back to levels, dude. I know we all know why light levels exist, but Jesus Christ, dude, they need to make something. They need to do something so it's not as like stale, dude. Because ever since forever we've been doing the same shit with the pinnacle grind. It's like I'm just tired of doing strikes, nightfalls, and cruise. I'm just tired of. Uh, and I would play the new seasonal activity, except I already played it like over 6 months ago with contact, so it's like, all right. um, so is the season like terrible? Is this like the worst season ever? No, it's only the first week. Who knows? It can get a lot better from here with like like there'll be another presage style mission. A lot of glasses coming out like what next week too, um, which is cool, I guess. Also, there's like a Vault of Glass cosmetic bundle that got data mined, and it's funny because I'm pretty sure Luke Smith said that there'd be like no cosmetic, like any like themed um, cosmetics would belong in the respective activity that wouldn't be just cash shop only. And now it turns out the Atheon stuff and all this other stuff is cash shop only, supposedly according to the data mines. Who knows? Maybe Bungie will, undo it and put it in the game. That'd be kind of cool. Uh, But yeah, it's like the calendar's not looking too, in terms of stuff to do, it's not looking too cool. Again, Override, I keep saying it, but Override is quite literally Contact, but now you have an Invasion Portal, and yeah, it's there's no satisfying gameplay loop right now as it is, because at least with expansion you have campaigns, new story mission, strikes and stuff. Still no Crucible content, and Crucible got objectively worse. I mean, Burning Steps does change things a lot for Titans, and it's basically like Risk Runner, but for like stasis, so you can punish people for using stasis. Still, the unfortunate part is that it's not subclass specific, so you can run it with stasis, so it's actually kind of even nastier because now you can have Hedrons on top of your burning whatever steps. I don't even know if they stack, but still like Cryochlasm Titan, and then imagine trying to freeze that guy and he comes off a damage buff and he can just like one tap you. It's fucking. Whew, I'm pretty sure the Crucible Balance team is Wish 15. I'm 100% certain. Um, there are quote unquote new weapons. I still am of the world loop. The loot pool in this game's a mess. Like you can get any like from the Vanguard tokens. I get like a Whispering Slab over the number. Like I remember a time where Vanguard weapons would only drop from strikes or from turning in Vanguard tokens. Crucible weapons would only belong in shacks or drop from Crucible games, Gambit and stuff. Like it's just the world drop pool just seems so random and filled with random shit that they brought back forward. I would love to have factions back, seeing how Banshee has random rolls now, and Ada, I don't know what the hell she does she sells something. Also, they just changed the voice actor on Ada and Ikora. Kind of like their older voice actors, but whatever. But yeah, the world loot pool is a mess. It just really doesn't feel like any coherent. And then even the faction loot pool, again, Vanguard weapon loot pool, feels like a mess. Like, so we can go test this out. Um, I would do a second take of this, but I really don't feel like doing this shit. It's like, what, 11 or 12? Fuck it. I'll just upload this one. I don't care if it's long. Also this thing right here makes Telesto and Symmetry busted as shit, so they might actually disable this, so that's cool. Makes Telesto a 3-bolt kill, and I think that thing fires 7 bolts, or was it 5? I don't remember. And this makes Symmetry 2-tap without any Revolution stack, so just out the gate it's a 2-tap with the Revolution mode, which is kind of nuts. This seems extremely busted on Anarchy and Witherhoard, and that's the world around the block, and it seems that way too. So yeah, this was unstoppable. Like anything that just has unstoppable in it, just bring like Witherhoard. Again, that's why I love Witherhoard so much, because it's like a primary Anarchy. If you don't have it, it's very good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This artifact though, I'm not really a fan of it. Like it's kind of cool that the charge of light mods are cheaper now. I'd still say the best seasonal artifact we've had so far might have been last one, because Sundering Glare is pretty good. Anti-Barrier Scout, obviously Dead Man's Tale is pretty good. Glacial Inheritance was pretty good. Passive Guard, very good. There's a lot of good mods on here. Obviously Breaching Clear, that's cool. This is specifically made for I'm certain this was made for Null Composure and Deathbringer, right? Because they got their buffs. And like I don't know, like Thundering Blast makes me seem like there's a debuff, but I don't think there is. So I mean, I'm not gonna say this is the worst one we had, but it's like, compared to the last season, I'm not a fan of it so far. Just checking these out. Those actually might be good for Crucible if I ever go into that fucking shithole. Never mind, this is trash. Cool. Yeah. So let's go turn some Vanguard tokens real quick. Also, they fixed the statue now, so the snake skull. That's cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Also, you can't preview it anymore. I know it took. See, look, I got Whispering Cloud. That's not a Vanguard weapon. That is a Season of Arrivals weapon. Oh, it's already in my because I have a free spot. Whatever. Yeah, like it's. Jesus, Bungie. Like, is it? Could you know, just a little bit more care. Like, and then he sells random crap, so that's cool. Again, this is just a mess because this is a Crucible shotgun, Season of Rival weapon, this is a Future War Cult weapon. This is, like this is all just random shit. But I guess he's a gunsmith, so he gets a pass. But like, just I shouldn't get like random weapons from him. Like Zaval should give me Vanguard only weapons, right? It used to be like that in Destiny 1. The helm's actually used for something else, which is I guess that's neat. Would have been a shame if they just would create something that's removed from the game. Like. Imagine creating stuff and then just removing it from the game after 4 months. That'd be really stupid, actually. Like, why would you ever do that? Oh, also, I will, again, isn't so negative. I do like the Last City Elixir thing quarter. That's really cool. That's built where Insurrection Prime was and the whole entire Like, again, that's why I'm more interested in the story of this season than any other season because, Saint's literally like Master Chief / the Doomslayer to the Fallen. And it's funny as shit that they're in the exact opposite end of the tower from Saint. It's funny as shit. But yeah, like and then Mithrax, I said Mithrax, like, there's Korean too, but like Mithrax's sister or daughter tells you some cool like lore shit. So this place is neat. But yeah, Override just like whatever. I've been there, done that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. TLDR, it's pretty much like I said last week. It's the season activity something we've already done before that we're gonna be forced to do again. The weapons are neat. The armor, haven't looked at it. Hopefully, it's not god awful. Um, the stories, I'm very interested in the story. Very interested, especially in the center there, because I'm pretty sure Lakshmi, whatever, I don't even know if I pronounced it right, said something about like Atheon or something appearing. Like, I think it's in the lore tab of this, like where I keep wanting to call him Mithrax from Risk or Mithrax saw like Atheon or something in the middle of the city or something. Yeah, like a Minotaur and some other shit. So that's cool. Also, I am kind of annoyed with because supposedly Mithrax says like the voice line where you've saved him from at the very beginning of Destiny 2 with the Hive Knight. Maybe, but like I remember Lakshmi too. We helped her with the no time to explain back in Destiny 1 some other shit too. So it's not like our first time meeting her per se. But yeah, that's another thing too. Like I feel like with this season, with the characters they brought back, there should be like some more dialogue, especially if you've done like how these said the different like dialogues or like if you played in the past or if you're new. I thought for sure this season would have a lot of that because obviously. If you've done 0 Hour, you know who Mithrax is. And, if you play Destiny 1, did No Time to Explain quest, then you know who Lakshmi 2 is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing your name right. And also 801's, like, tone is completely different from what she was in Black Armory, which I guess you can explain, like, oh, she's more friendly, I guess. And a new voice actress, but, I mean... Then again, he just gave her fucking medal, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll let you use my shit." Even though I just said 30 seconds ago I hate Guardians, so I mean, whatever. Can't expect everything to be ironed out, but there's some pretty good story beats. I hope they don't drop this one. Like, I hope they don't fuck this one up. I'll probably get the season pass maybe later. Like, there's nothing right now. I'm like, damn. Like, not even a weapon. I'm like, damn. I have to get my hands on that. Not really. Not like last season, like Dead Man's Tale or like any of the weapons with frenzy on them. So there's that. Anyways, that's it.